This is Warhawk Beyond 2040 bringing to you another edition of the Wrestling Discussion Series. And today I wanted to discuss with all of you about the shocking moments that took place on the October 13th, 2025 edition of Raw, with the Vision turning on Seth Rollins and what this actually means for the Vision going forward. So we've been seeing little hints of dissension within the Vision. Paul Heyman, before Crown Jewel, told Seth Rollins, "Why did I choose you over Roman Reigns?" And Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman, they had a few words. So it was very clear that something was going to happen. We just didn't know what it was going to be. So, as we all know, Seth Rollins defeated Cody Rhodes on his own with no Paul Heyman, no Bron Breakker, and no Bronson Reed. He went out there, had a hell of a match, and did it all by himself. So, on Raw, Seth Rollins came out and declared himself as the greatest of all time, and he did it all on his own, and he doesn't need anybody. And one thing that I noticed during that segment was Breaker's face. He didn't look very happy. He looked almost annoyed at Seth's comments about, "I don't need anybody to get the job done." But I didn't really read too much into it. So at the end of the show, CM Punk secured himself a world title match against Seth Rollins after defeating LA Knight and Jey Uso to become the number one contender. And the Vision came out, and Seth Rollins ordered his teammates to throw CM Punk out of his ring. All four guys stood tall, and it looked like everything was all well and good in the camp of the Vision. Bron Breakker slowly walked away, turned his back for a split second, and then turned round and, like a bolt of lightning, speared Seth Rollins. The place went nuts. Paul Heyman, in classic Heyman style, looked in absolute shock and looked at Breakker and said, "What are you doing? Why did you do that for?" And Breakker looked at Reed and looked at Heyman and said, "You've got to make a choice. Me or him." Reed splashed Seth Rollins. Paul Heyman at first looked absolutely terrified for his life, and then he quickly made his choice as he raised both the arms of Bronson Breakker and Bronson Reed as Breakker held the world title as we closed out Raw. Wow. Unbelievable. I knew a betrayal was coming, but not this soon. I thought maybe they would hang this out for a little bit longer. Maybe we might start seeing the seeds planted for WrestleMania 42. You know, maybe that's how things were going to go. Maybe they might kick all of this off around Royal Rumble time. But wow, unbelievable. My only takeaway with this whole thing, and I'm not crapping on this was a fantastic moment. They are really trying hard to push these guys as the new Evolution. With the whole Randy Orton getting kicked out of Evolution thing, they're really trying to push for that. Nothing is ever going to top that moment simply because we never saw it coming. No one showed us that all was not well in the Evolution camp. It was just out of nowhere, pun intended. And Paul Heyman managing Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed, These two together, with Paul Heyman's guidance, they are going to be an absolute devastating tag team. And, Seth Rollins, not to be horrible, he's a talented guy, one of the best wrestlers in WWE right now. He's not a young guy like those two. Seth Rollins, I think he's coming up to nearly 40, somewhere around that age group. He's not a spring chicken, let's say that. But wow, this was excellent. Wasn't expecting it to be this soon, but holy cow. I thought maybe Brock Lesnar would have stuck the knife in there somewhere because of his history with Paul Heyman. But wow, this was incredible. And the fans went nuts. They absolutely popped for this. But I loved it. This was excellent. I am really looking forward to hearing Paul Heyman's explanation for why the Vision turned on Seth Rollins the way they did. It's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait. And damn, you talk about making your jaw drop. They certainly did it here. So, anyway, that's going to be it from me. I'm going to wrap this up now. What was your thoughts on the Vision turning on Seth Rollins? Were you shocked? Did you see this coming? Do you think maybe this was a little bit rushed? Do you think maybe they could have longed this out? And what do you think the reasons were for Paul Heyman and the Vision turning on Seth Rollins? You know what to do, guys. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave your thoughts and comments down below, and I will see all of you next time for another edition of the Wrestling Discussion Series. So until then, take care, everybody, and stay safe. And once again, as always, much appreciated. Thanks for listening.